Hospitals are places where many of us don't want to visit unless you're a medical professional. The thought of being in the antiseptic scented hallways is enough to keep anyone away. However, if you do land in the hospital, you can be assured you'll be surrounded by the caring nurses and crisp, clean bedding. However, not all hospitals can boast this. In fact, the 10 former medical centers on this list are definitely places you don't want to end up in, whether injured or healthy. So, come along with me as we take a stroll through the hallways of some of these creepy, abandoned hospitals throughout Europe. So this is the Bestrovac Sanatorium high in the slopes of Mount Medvednica outside Zagreb, Croatia. Stands the ruins of a supposedly haunted sanatorium that was built in the early 20th century. Bestrovac was opened to treat one of the most serious illnesses of the time that was affecting all of Europe. That was tuberculosis, also called the White Plague. Its first patients were admitted there in 1909, and it operated until 1968 when medical advances meant there were far better treatment for tuberculosis, and many sanatorium facilities were no longer needed. Bestrovac was designed and built by a local man named Desmond. He was a medical physician, but this wasn't actually his main reason for opening the sanatorium. A Croatian actress named Sram was popular at the time, and Desmond knew her from his childhood. Eventually, they lost contact, but upon seeing her acting for the first time, he fell desperately in love. Despite promising to wait for him to finish his medical studies, she married another man. To cope, Desmond began writing plays about Sram in mind for the main role. Eventually, her husband left her, and she moved in with Desmond. Unfortunately, Desmond did not get to live his dreams for long. Shortly after moving in, Sram developed tuberculosis. Once again, showing his devotion, Desmond used the leverage in his profession to create Bestrovac Sanatorium, where he hoped he would be able to cure Sram's ailments. Despite Desmond's close care and treatment, Sram died in late 1913, aged 39. And it was said that she died in his arms.